Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good New Year's. And for this New Year's, I hope you are having fun with the money that you have right now because a lot of people aren't. And what do I mean by that? I mean the fact that many Americans, believe it or not, are cutting down on their streaming services. Now, it's getting a lot harder for streaming services to hold on to their customers. For one example, Crystal Revis, a mother of six in Lynn Haven, Florida, recently canceled her subscriptions to Disney Plus and Paramount Plus. Now, the reason why is because, truth be told, a lot of these streaming services are redundant. Okay? Like, I was just reading from the same article posted by the Wall Street Journal about what 1/4 of US subscribers to major streaming services, which includes a group of Apple TV Plus, Discovery Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu, Max, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Peacock, and Stars, have canceled at least three of them over the past 2 years. Now, let me ask you this question, right? Let's say you were, you know, older. Let's say over the age of 25, or even right now, and you used to have cable. You really only watched maybe two handfuls of channels, and the other channels you didn't really care about. How much money were people really paying? Maybe between $50 to $100, right? That's just the same thing with streaming. You have all of these streaming services, but you really only watch a couple of shows. Why should I pay, like, let's say $100 plus just to watch a show? Like, let me just check real quick. How much is Apple TV? Apple TV for like 1 month. So for 1 month, they say try it free for 7 days free. Then for a month, it's $10. Then you go to what? Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is how much? Let me see. It should tell you straight up. So $5 a month. So that's $15 a month. Let's just say each one of these, networks are just $5 a month. Okay. That's $45. Now that's on the low end. And I'm pretty sure Netflix isn't even charging $5 a month. Okay. So Netflix, you love for just $7. Okay. So you're paying $45 a month, bare minimum. Okay. Top end, you're probably paying $90. The fact of the matter, people only just want to watch the shows. They don't just want to watch a whole bunch of garbage and essentially lose out. Here's another reason, and this isn't talked as much, but a lot of these streaming services, at the end of the day, they're just content creation platforms. I could go on YouTube, which is free. I could go on Twitch, Kick, or Facebook Gaming, which is free. For what reason is there for me to, spend a lot of money on this highly exclusive content when I could, watch more low tier entertainment and content and enjoy that? Because one of the biggest problems is in the content space, like, the Hollywood, the Netflix, etc., is they're competing with other forms of media that a lot of people are gravitating towards. You got people who aren't actors, they're on YouTube, they're making, between 10K to 100K a month, and they're enjoying life, and they're constantly growing. Now, compare that to these streaming services, which, in my opinion, they've hit a demand wall. They're not really going to have much success. In fact, I said this before, a lot of them may eventually, shut down. We know that CNN, they try to do their own streaming services. That got shut down. It's not going to work. So at the end of the day, okay, this is a business channel. The goal is to learn business so you can empower yourself. What exactly can we learn from this situation? Number one, the consumer, the people who are paying for the services of the streaming giants, they're essentially weary. They're tired. They have better ways to allocate their capital to other forms of their lives, which means that come this year, well, I shouldn't say come this year, we're already in 2024, we are going to see many of these streaming services, in my honest opinion, decline unless they switch into different markets like the international market. Okay. Netflix is doing well in that aspect, but the other streaming services, probably not as much. Number two, streaming takes a lot of bandwidth because let's be honest, people don't want to, just be at a video and wait for buffering all day. No one wants to deal with that at all, period. So if you want to deal with something like that, okay, it's going to be incumbent upon you to develop a system that allows you to take full advantage of that. So you're going to have to pay highly in the infrastructure. Another thing, what was I about to say? Let me get this out real quick. Another thing is you want to take into consideration that once you dominate the market, you will hit a demand wall. Now, what exactly is a demand wall? Essentially means that you've already risen so high within your market that you can't even go higher anymore. So the most profits you've had at a particular time, that's the most you're ever going to get. So you're going to have to innovate or move outside your market and go into another market so you can have success. What do I mean by this? Netflix, when they started, they used to, have vending machines, as I like to call it, and you could just get your DVDs out of those vending machines. Later on, they moved completely digital and they started hosting content from other distributors and serving as a third party. Eventually, they realized, okay, we can't just, rely on being third party all the time, because what happens if those distributors don't want to give their content to us? Okay. What happens if all the distributors don't want to give their content to us? Okay. It's not going to happen, but you want to imagine worst case scenarios. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to create our own content. Okay, that's what we're going to do. You look at Stranger Things and other television shows. Now that's great, but now the problem is that you're both a third party platform as well as a first party platform, meaning you're creating your own. A lot of other people see that, they see you're having success with that, and they're going to copy it. And now we're in the situation that we're in now, where you have a whole bunch of streaming giants competing against each other and destroying themselves. Okay, you see how that works? Now, how can this help you with your business? Okay, whatever business you have, I think it's important for you to know what the end goal is, obviously to make some money, but what are you going to do when you hit a kerfuffle or you hit a circumstance where you can't make as much money as you can right now? Okay, because it's going to happen eventually. It happens to every big business you can imagine. It happens to Apple, it happens to Microsoft, it happens to Facebook, it even happens to older companies like GE, like Standard Oil, even though they were broken up, and other companies. This is important. It's imperative that you know that. And that is all I got to say. Hope you enjoyed. Happy New Year and enjoy your day. Bye.